Alright, and, we're back with part 18 of Pony Fantasy 6. So, yeah, I'm continuing on, and, oh wait, that's exiting the building. I don't really want to do that yet, though that might have just stopped everyone from walking around. We'll see. Oh, nope, they're still here, walking about. Okay. Start talking. We will stand fast against the Empire. Go and retrieve Twilight Sparkle. No. I have much to teach Twilight. Please return her safely. No. Just let your Auntie Pinkie Pie take care of little old Naishi. Screw you and your group changing. You with the funny maid. Arvis. Her Twi turned into light and streaked away toward the west. Make your way to Canterlot Castle. Maybe they can help you there. Go find Twilight. She holds the future to our survival. I hold the future to your survival in my pants. Nah, I don't know. Whatever. People stop getting in my way. I'm trying to escape from town and go... And I guess not really escape from town at this point. I want to go buy stuff. Is this... I think this is also an entrance to the giant hat / armor shop. Ooh. Well, first off, Mithril shields. Yeah. Love Mithril. I don't know. It's one of those, like... materials in games I've always just considered to sound cool. I'm like, it's freaking mithril. That's just cool. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, you have the best. Oh. It occurs to me that though it says a mithril shield would be good for you, it way put down your battle power. I'm not doing that. You're my strongest hitter in the game. Your defense isn't actually bad. I certainly don't think it's going to be worth putting down her damage. Let's see. Now you can take a mithril shield and go around and be like, bitch, I have a mithril shield. Let's see, pointed hat. That puts your magic power up. Some other stuff down. I think I'll equip it actually though. Also, why aren't you in the back row? Get in the back row, Trixie. You're a mage for Celestia's dwarf. Whatever. You're a mage. Stay in the back. Wow. That sounded really racist. Now that I think about it. You're a mage. Stay in the back with all the other mages, darn mage. It's like, wow. I didn't mean for it to sound so rude. I was just like, mages. They don't belong with the frontline fighters. They belong in the back where they can be squishy and cast magic. Naishi is a neutral city. We want no war here, but that bucking empire won't listen. Magic? Pshaw, what nonsense. Your face is nonsense. So magic really does exist? Your face doesn't, though. Yeah, no. Canterlot Castle can burrow under the desert and take you to Coltington. Oh, I know about that. Scootaloos live deep within the mines. Yeah, I noticed that. So, anyways, I was gonna state something. Hey, there's the inn. You follow our elder's advice. So, I suppose it's time to, leave and start heading onwards? Unless I misunderstood. Let's, to be sure, I'm gonna try exploring Naishi a little more, because I don't want to, you know, explore about and then realize I can only go through Naishi. It's, yeah. But I don't think there's another entrance or exit to the town. Well, I don't think there's another entrance or exit to another area from the town. You know, I know there's multiple ways out of the town. Yeah, so anyways, oh yeah, there's this cave. I don't want to deal with that right now. Not having that. Okay, anyways, yeah. I haven't been playing a ton on my own lately, so unfortunately I haven't finished, like, the new Tomb Raider. I almost feel bad for that. I've been having fun with that. Now, admittedly, it's not the best game. Like, I personally, just due to the... Wait. Curse the day we dug up that Esper. That's what brought the Empire here. Okay. Oh, weapon shop. I almost forgot. See, I'm glad I didn't leave. And, gem shop. Accessories. Oh yeah, I need to look into those. Mithril brand. What's this do? Auto save when HP critical. Don't know what that means, but okay. Oh. It just boosts some defensive stuff. Fairy band. Blocks poison and dark. I think we really need any of those right now, but let's check what we have relic-wise. Have black belt and power grip. Those are both pretty good for you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Trixie, you got jewel band, which does blocks dark and petrify. That's kind of nice. Earrings, they increase magic damage. Apple bloom. What do you got? Got goggles, they prevent blind. I'm thinking you could use a monocle. Extra evasion. Percentage. One second. I gotta get that. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Not that it was any time for you guys, but yeah, that was not very comfortable. That was. Have you ever had one of those sneezes and you sneeze and you're just like, I feel like I just sneezed out, I don't know, an important part of my body or something. Like, okay, it wasn't that bad, but that was not the best feeling sneeze I've ever had, for certain. Let's see, these, I think I can stick with the jewel band for now. Anyway, so while I was away, I started to think about, some sequel games, and some games that are kind of sequels. Let's talk to her first. Oh. I saw some Scootaloo walking with that strange hermit. I don't know what term you're talking about. Oh yeah, so, specifically I started thinking of the, Super Mario RPG game, and, you know, some of the other RPGs starring Mario, and, indeed, ooh, Mithril Pike, but she's not in a party right now. A flail, you say? Full moon. Interesting. Well, apparently these are better. Let's try them. Hopefully they're not two-handed. Wait, I don't think that's gonna be better for, ooh, that is better for Bloom. Apple Bloom? That's for sure. But you have a magic wand. Wow, actually, that only puts your magic power down by 2 and your attack power up by a lot. Okay. I guess you get a flail now, Trixie. A great and powerful flail wielder. Whatever. Yeah, so anyways. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what to say about them. It's a series I've always, I love just about every Mario RPG game. In fact, not to say that there were more Super Mario RPGs, and that would be amazing, but, you know, just about every RPG starring Mario is pretty good. but I wouldn't have minded if, you know, they did a little more direct stuff with Super Mario RPG. Wow, that's cool. I don't know, it was just one of my, you know, favorite series. I know I have a friend, who, Draconis, who freaking loves the Super Mario RPG, game, you know, Legend of the Seven Stars. And that was cool. So it's one of those game series, I'm like, despite the fact that they kind of keep doing sequels because they keep making more Mario RPGs, it'd be cool if they someday went back and said, you know, we have a decent fan base for this. Let's, make a real sequel. Let's make, you know, let's make Super Mario RPG 2, or, you know, new Super Mario RPG, something. You know, then again, I don't fully know that I trust them to make, well, actually, I don't know why I wouldn't trust them to make a sequel. Basically all the retro stuff, besides Metroid, that Nintendo's been bringing back was cool, and Metroid isn't even that retro anymore. I mean, hell. These days, you know, Metroid's just, you know, Metroid was doing Prime and all that good stuff, and then they got to Metroid the Other M, and, well, obviously, no one likes the Other M. You would be hard-pressed to find someone who did, and if you do, I implore you to punch them in the face. Because that game is just so rubbish. And it's one of those few games that bothers me, in an interesting way, because, I mean, the Metroid series was never, like, a game that I like the Metroid series, but it's not a series that I've been constantly following or anything. I really like the series, but it's, you know, I have a lot of other games I've been playing, and it's unfortunately just not one that I ended up playing when I was a kid a lot, as much as I would have liked to. But they're still really good series, and I really like Samus as a character. Apple Bloom leveled up, awesome. And, you know, so they made the obvious mistake of the making her a vulnerable character, which reminds me of one of the new complaints I forgot to talk about when I was trying to talk about the new Tomb Raider game. And this seems to be an issue that a lot of people have when they're trying to make a main female character, is how to make her seem vulnerable and, you know, relatable, and sometimes I'm like, you just don't, you know. Like, Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider would have been a lot better if they had just you know, just thrown out the idea that this was at all a vulnerable character. I'm like, no, she's a treasure hunter. Which is obviously one of the things that I like better about the, you know, Uncharted series, is never sat there and said, well, we're going to try and make Nathan Drake seem vulnerable and like the everyday guy. Because obviously in Tomb Raider, I never really explained this, I really love the gameplay, and it's fun. It really is. It's, at least in my opinion, I'm not gonna say it's the best game ever, but I really like the new Tomb Raider. But you have this, overall issue with it where, when you're playing, I can't remember her name right now. I was saying it all the time a little while ago. I don't know. When you're playing Lara Croft, there we go. When you're playing Lara Croft, she is in no way vulnerable. She is the badass that you'd expect. She's going around killing tons of people, getting revenge for her friends, and she'll even have some lines like that where she'll, you know, sit down and like, swear vengeance. And, you know, all this other stuff. And then you get the cutscenes, which they try to say, okay, here, we're going to try and make her a vulnerable character that, you know, other people can relate to. I'm like, but that's such a sharp contrast. It really is. You'll be playing the game, and all of a sudden, you know, you'll have killed, like, you know, hundreds of dudes, and you'll just get up to this point. You'll get up to this cutscene, and all of a sudden Lara Croft is so incompetent, and, you know, she's acting like she doesn't want to kill people. And I'm like, literally 20 minutes ago in a cutscene, you were like, I'm going to kill all of you. I don't know why I'm sleeping in all these beds. I'm going to make you all pay for what you have done. For all of my friends that you've killed, you know. She didn't say exactly that, but she pretty much said that. She said, she almost exactly said something to the effect of, I'll kill all of you. And I'm like, whoa. Lara Croft isn't fucking around. She's fucking just massacring you assholes. And it's not like she's being a bad guy or anything. At first I was thinking that it might turn into that, but the bad guys really never stop attacking you or anything, at least so far as to where I am. So Lara Croft isn't just going around mass murdering everyone, they're still trying to kill me. You know, now Lara Croft is just like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you then. You know, trying to kill me, trying to kill my friends. I certainly don't need to worry about sparing any of your lives. Yeah. And so, I've personally been, you know, so I just found that a really weird contrast. I'm like, hey, I'm liking the series, and, you know, I'm liking the game. I actually haven't played a lot of the series, and I don't know how that is normally, so I can't say for sure, oh hey, they're really doing the character wrong. Though I think at times they are, because she just doesn't seem like the kind of character that, you know, should be, being shown as a vulnerable character. It just doesn't seem right. But that could be me. Well, it clearly isn't, because like I said, they're like trying to make her seem vulnerable in all these, you know, cutscenes, and then all of a sudden, and as soon as the cutscene's over, Lara Croft's back to massacring douchebags. You know, teaching them to not fuck with her, because she'll fuck you up. And I'm like, that's cool, that's great, that's, you know, she's a badass, you know, Tomb Raider. She's a badass treasure hunter. I never at any point need or want to have her feel vulnerable. It's not necessary. I don't know. So I think it's silly, and it's not just that game though. It seems that's one of the worst examples of it I've seen. But it just seems like it's hard for, like, a lot of characters to make, not a lot of characters, a lot of companies to make a strong female character that isn't at all vulnerable. And I'm like, I understand it's not very relatable, I guess, but I don't know for sure. I don't know that many girls, but how many characters are relatable? And do you need every character to be that relatable? Like, in fact, sometimes I don't mind games where characters aren't relatable. You see these characters, Applejack, Trixie, and Apple Bloom, who are normally completely different, you know, I don't really relate to them that well. I'm enjoying this game. Applejack's certainly currently my favorite fighting character. That'll probably change once we get, you know, Rainbow Dash in here. But Applejack's kicking some ass. So, yeah, I'm not sitting here like, oh, I really wish I could relate to this, you know, badass, sword wielder who's just going around cleaving dudes in half. with her fucking massive katana. No. Actually, I guess it's not massive, come to think of it, but you get the idea. I don't play Devil May Cry and complain, man, I really wish I could relate to Dante more. No. I don't know. So, yeah, that's one of my opinions on females. I'm like, you guys, there'd be so many more strong female characters if every game developer didn't want to be like, hey, we need to make her vulnerable and relatable. It's like, no, you really don't. Make her a cool character. That's it. A cool, oh, and boobs, obviously. You know, not everyone is, you know, relatable, but if they're not relatable, they're usually just, like, a sack of tits. That's not even being that offensive, because, you know, the same people made the other M, the freaking, oh, what's the series called? Oh, you guys know, the Dead or Alive series, there we go. It's like, yeah. Not saying that all those ladies are relatable, but all those ladies are eye candy. That's, you know, that's what they're there for. You know. So, yeah, I mean, and obviously it's another thing that Samus isn't, you know, and that's a cool thing about Samus, and that, admittedly that's not particularly, you know, Lara Croft, I can't really give that example with, because clearly Lara Croft kind of has that eye candy thing going for her, but, and I guess that's another complaint that I've had, with the other Ambit, which other people have too, is that they seem so, like, all the cutscenes, they're trying to show her in her freaking, you know, Zero Suit or whatever, and I'm like, the Zero Suit's cool, and it does show off that, Samus is a girl, but this is one of those games that I really would've, the game would've been fine without the Zero Suit even in it. The game literally does not need the Zero Suit. So, I get that she has boobs, but stop it. I really don't need to look at them. It's a Metroid game. That's not what the game is about. The game is about being a badass bounty hunter. I don't know. So, that's just my little rant on females in games. And obviously, that's not always true, but, well, you know, but I obviously can't really make this game an example, because of the original game, not every character was female, though the main character was female. And, yeah. It's an older game, you know. In fact, this is one of the funny things that have kind of devolved with time, because they obviously didn't used to have this much trouble. But back at this time in game making, they were starting to get there, but they still didn't really have that much capability in, you know, making computerized boobs very well. So, you know, it wasn't really a major focus. And there was no real major focus on making characters relatable either, which I'm perfectly fine with. Not saying that they're completely all unrelatable douchebags and that, you know, I can't understand where anyone's coming from, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, because most of the time that I find a character and I can say they're relatable and I know they're supposed to be relatable, I'm like, well, I guess the thing is, most of the time that I know that they're supposed to be relatable, I'm like, they're not relatable. You know, which is amusing, because I know there's characters I can relate to, and most of the time I don't really recognize it unless people point it out to me, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't even know in other people's opinions, I could be compared to this character, because I personally don't compare myself to any character very often, because that's kind of weird, and I'm clearly not any of these characters, going around killing people with swords. I'm this dude. Oh, hey, my wounds are healing. Congratulations? I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. But I could be wrong. I mean, if anyone wants to point out, like, oh, hey, there's some really relatable characters, that I've personally found, that's cool. You know, if you ever play a game and I don't know, what's a good game that actually has relatable characters? See, I can't even think off the top of my head. I'm sure that there's games with characters characters that I can relate to, but I still never really find the purpose to have characters that I can relate to, because I'm like, in the end of the day, I'm still not going out and slaying monsters and stuff, so, not saying, it's always hard to say, because I'm like, I'm not perfect with writing and stuff, so, overall, I'm not saying, oh, all these characters need to be unrelatable either. I'm just saying, I guess specifically female characters, never try to overdo it. Which I guess is always one of the things, the traps and stuff too in games, which happens with male and female characters. I'm like, you don't always need those obvious traps, which obviously not every game does, but, yeah, there's just times where it's like, I don't really need to relate to characters, and if I really, really want to, there's always, games with character creation, where I can pretend to be in the game, kind of, I basically never do that. I usually, if I play a game where I can, alright, Applejack leveled up. If I play a game and I can create a character, I usually name him Link or something. That's literally what I used to do when I was a kid. Nowadays, sometimes I'll name a character Green Bean, for the fun of it, I'll sometimes even make the character female, because I'm like, yeah, why not? Green Bean, female, go. But for the most part, I still prefer being Link, because, I don't know. Because Link's cool. Green Bean isn't really that cool. Green Bean's a character. But heck, I mean, Green Bean was never even really meant for the battlefield, so every time I make a Green Bean character, so it's always weird. But that's usually when I'm playing MMOs, I make the Healy character. I'm like, Green Bean as a healer kind of makes sense. It makes a hell of a lot more sense than Green Bean going around, stabbing people with his sword. Okay, the Ludar Republic hideout. Please don't tell me I went the wrong way, cause fuck that would suck right now. Dudes, peoples, tell me where the fuck I'm going. Is Mayor well? No, she's dying. Shut up. Stop being douchebag. Yeah. Besides that, I don't have a lot. Well, I'll probably find more else to rant about after I figure out what the fuck I'm doing here. Macintosh. Let's buy a few more of these. You. Welcome back. Glad you're okay. Thanks. That's nice. I want to... Sure, let's take a nap. I want to figure out where I'm going, because even with the storyline telling me, unfortunately in this game, that's one of the few issues I am having with this game, is even when the game tells me where I'm going specifically, I'm like, I don't really know where I'm going. Maybe if I went back and checked the recording later, I'll be like, oh, I get it exactly. I know where I'm going now. I can't believe I missed it. But at the moment, I'm like, I don't get it at all. Welcome back. Okay, well, we're about at that point in time anyways, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end. And then, I'm going to try and figure out where the fuck I'm going, and then I'll continue. So, thank you for watching, every pony, and I shall see you all next time. You incredibly sexy audience. No.